Hello everyone, this is Anglais the Easy Way and my name is Richard Watson. I'd like to talk about a song today. The song is called Circle Wars and the artist is called Kelly Joe Phelps. Kelly Joe Phelps is an interesting chap because I think originally he was a jazz guitarist. He went from being a jazz guitarist to being a kind of a blues and kind of pop singer, but with really, really good guitar skills. So it's quite a funny combination. He does some great versions of blues classics. Anyway, Circle Wars, it comes from 1997 off an album called Roll Away the Stone. It's not an easy song to interpret accurately, like so many English songs. That's how we like them. We don't want it to be too clear. We like to feel we're discovering things as we keep listening. And you can listen to the same song many times and then talk about it with your best friend and realize you both think it's about something completely different. Anyway, I'm going to walk you through some of the lyrics to start, and I'll give you an idea what I'm talking about. First, it's a really beautiful song. I like the way it's, the music is really good. The way it's arranged is really good. And he's a good singer as well. I'll walk you through the first part. The sidewalk coughed up weeds and cracks. So coughed up is like to cough, like that. So the sidewalk coughed up weeds and cracks, a book, a magazine, and a penny and a dime. Oh, and Carl looked behind him, making sure the scene was empty, breathed a sigh of bewilderment, noting that it was. So a couple of complicated things here. Coughed up weeds and cracks. Coughed up is often, you cough up when you're supposed to pay something to someone and you don't want to pay. We say, come on, cough it up. Means give it to me. Weeds and cracks, so nothing interesting there. Breathe the sigh of bewilderment. But when you're bewildered, it means you're confused. So bewilderment is like confusion. He also says making sure the scene was empty. In English, we have the expression, the scene of a crime. And that's a very common expression for the word scene. So it could suggest that something bad has just happened, and then it's kind of confirmed by the next part. It says, not that he expected to see Anita coming up with a brown bullwhip or a box of daffodils. Yeah, the night quiet bruised his ears and forced him into alleys where the gravel crunch was friendly under polished army heels. I know that sounds like a crazy invented language, but that actually is English. Let's go through it again. Not that he expected to see Anita, the name of a woman, obviously his wife, coming up with a brown bullwhip. A whip is a long thing made of leather that you hit people with, or a box of daffodils. That's a kind of yellow flower. Yeah, the night quiet bruised his ears. Now, bruise is an interesting word. A bruise is what you have when you have a shock and you have like a black mark on your skin because you've had some kind of shock. But here it's a verb. It bruised his ears. It means it hurt his ears. So the night quiet bruised his ears and forced him into alleys where the gravel crunch, the noise of gravel, was friendly under polished army heels. So that sounds like his shoes are army shoes. Polished sounds like they've been worn a lot, so he's some kind of veteran. It's kind of complicated. I'll give you another part. The steps on St. Andrews seemed the best bet. Catch a little shut-eye, Anita could sweat some, bleed a little inside, or find him in the morning hunkered down like a derelict with mustard on his chin. So St. Andrew's obviously a church, so the best bet means his best chance was to go to the church and sleep on the steps. Catch a little shut-eye, that's an expression, means to sleep, a little shut-eye. Anita could sweat some. She could sweat, she could worry about him. Bleed a little inside. He wants her to suffer, or find him in the morning hunkered down like a derelict with mustard on his chin. I'm not sure what mustard on his chin means. I've tried to find out if it's an expression. Doesn't mean anything to me. Like a derelict, like a homeless person, basically. So what have we got here? We've got a song about a guy, sounds like he's running away from an argument, He's not sure if his wife is going to be angry at him. That's the idea of the brown bullwhip. Or she wants to make it up with him, talking about a box of daffodils or flowers. And he wants her to suffer a bit before they get back together or whatever. I won't go through the whole song, but what happens when Anita catches up with him or finds him? Here's the lines. And Anita makes the corner cross from Joan's wrecking yard. She's been walking half the night and oh, her legs are tired. Why, she thinks, does Carl have to take it so hard? Is it me that makes him lose who he truly thinks he is? He's the same damn man he's always been. And I love him like I always did. Like always. What on earth will make him feel satisfied? I love him like I always did. Like I always did. So yeah, it's interesting. People have suggested this is something about what veterans face when they come home, PTSD, some kind of post-traumatic stress disorder, about how hard it is to adjust to civilian life. I don't know if that's true. It's a very good song. You can basically listen to it yourself, decide for yourself what you think it's about. There's all sorts of ways we can talk about it. Anyway, go and enjoy it. It seems hard when you're listening to it like this, and you do have to dig it into a little bit, but it's not that hard when you're reading it. So look in the transcript or look in the lyrics and go and listen to it a couple of times and see what you think. Anyway, that's enough for today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.